And here we go. How to pick a winner at the horse races. One of the oldest sports in America that has got everyone hooked is horse racing. There's no doubt in mind that a lot of people find joy and excitement just by watching the race. On the other hand, there are also those that found that they can really double their money just by choosing the best horse. But then, if you're one of those who have little money to spare, this is not something that you should venture into. Like any other kinds of gamble, you can never be too sure if the horse racing result will be in your favor. Those who have been betting in this sport for long have realized that anything can happen, especially if you do not consider some important factors related to horse racing. Horse racing is a gamble, and just like any other gamble, money can be lost in a heartbeat. Always bear in mind that in this game, there are always winners and losers, and you're going to be one or the other. There are certain types of horse racing software which simulate different aspects of the sport. Through this type of horse racing software, you can live the life of a jockey, an owner, or even a trainer. This will give you an insight into the sports side of horse racing. Some types of racing software also allow you to challenge other players from around the world instantly. Understanding the different types of horse racing is crucial to your betting success. Researching a horse's background will help you pick the winning horse. Making sense of the numbers is also very, very important. The horse race game is not easy to understand if you're not familiar with the terms used in this exciting sport. What you will usually hear in this wagering game is the term horse racing odds. What do horse racing odds mean? Is it something of high importance? Horse racing odds specifically refer to the probability that is displayed on a tote board. The tote board is a huge board where you can see the odds based on how much money you will receive in relation to the amount that you will gamble. There's technique. Many people watch horse racing videos in order to refine their technique. Now, we all know that horse racing today exists mainly for gambling. Oh yeah, some people could reason out that watching some mammals run around in circles can be exciting, but the fact is it is made more exciting by the prospect of getting your hands on some cold, hard cash. Horse racing is a kind of sport that is now popularly known as betting game. But you have to take into account that the horse racing betting does not only refer to laying a bet on the horse with the most beautiful name or the one with the best odds. In fact, some people have this perception that one has to be a horse racing expert to be a winner. Not altogether true. Here are some of the important things you must consider in making an effective horse racing betting system. The distance. The distance that will be run by the horse to reach the finishing point is a very important factor that you have to weigh up before you pick out the horse that you will lay a bet on. If the distance is short, the horse has only little time to show its best performance. Conversely, if the distance of the race is too long, there are several possibilities, like the horse might get tired or the horse rider might drop off. Keep in mind that the safest distance of the horse race is in the range of 5 furlongs, or not more than 3 miles. And also the number of horses competing. The number of runners is a very crucial element that you should consider when betting. A horse's chance of winning is greatly affected by the number of contenders in a race. If the field is big, then naturally it means there's large numbers of runners who will vie in the horse racing sport. It is quite tough to choose which horse will do well in the race where there are so many horses who compete with each other. And also the kind of ground. An important factor that you should take into consideration when betting on a horse is the kind of ground which the horse will run on. The rule of thumb is that the going must be excellent. Examine if the ground is soft or heavy. The smoothness or firmness of the going is also crucial in the race. The size of the horse's feet is also effect on the result of the race. Bigfoot. And you should also know when the last race was run. The last race of the horse is also another aspect that you have to think about before you pick out your bet. You must consider when the last time the horse had its race was. It is quite difficult to tell if the horse is in good shape or not when it has been vacant in the horse racing scene for a short time. Ideally, a good bet is a horse whose last race was in the current season or at least 28 days ago. You check the horse's form. You'll notice that there are letters C and D indicated in the horse's form. The C here indicates that the horse has been a winner over a certain track in the previous races, while the D denotes that the horse has been a winner over the distance being run in the race. When there is C or D in the horse's form, you should not think twice to bet on that horse. This indicates that they're good runners. And then there's the top favorites. You can also consider those horses that are the top favorites in the present season. Experts agree that there is a higher probability that these horses come first in the race. Hence, check out some favorites and their records in the racing field. If they have 3-to-1 or less in the betting, then that's an indication that they can be a good pick. Horse racing is one of the most attended spectator sports in the world. That is partly due to its nature as a gambling event. Many people, when they hear about horse racing, often think about one of the principal forms of horse racing. In case you are surprised by this, you need to know there is more than just one form of horse racing. Here's some of them. There's harness racing. This horse racing form evolved from the chariot races of old. Usually this form of horse racing involves the horses pulling the jockey on a two-wheeled cart. Another distinction of this horse racing form is the fact that the horses are raced in a specified gait. Unlike thoroughbred racing, this horse racing form calls for more strategy than speed. Since all horses move with the same gait, tactics are needed to win. There are two types of this horse racing form based on the gait used. Pacing. In this gait, the horse moves its legs laterally. This means that the right front and right back hooves strike the ground simultaneously. Pacing consists of the majority of harness races today. It is more popular because of the fact that pacing is the more exciting variety of this horse racing form. In pacing, the horses are able to run faster and the gait comes more natural to them. Because of this, there are lesser pauses during a race. When a horse breaks the stride or starts to gallop, it must be slowed down until it can regain the gait. And then there's trotting. In this variety of the horse racing form, horses move the legs diagonally, which means that the right front leg and the left hind leg strike the ground simultaneously. And then there's thoroughbred racing. Of course, we need to cover this most popular of all horse racing forms. Thoroughbred racing is often referred to as the sport of kings. Many people attend races with hopes of betting their cash on the right horse and winning a lot of money. Thoroughbred racing is the most popular of all horse racing forms because of the fact that it is the most exciting. Although the initial excitement is provided by the fact that the horses competing in this horse racing form are much faster than others, it is expounded by the fact that there are higher amounts at stake. This increased amount of cash is actually caused by the fact that people like to watch thoroughbred racing more than any other horse racing form. Thoroughbred horse racing comes in various forms. Here are some of them. It's maiden races. This type of thoroughbred horse racing pits untested horses against each other. Then there's allowance racing. This type of thoroughbred horse racing involves horses which have already participated in a maiden race but are not yet ready for the Grand Stakes race. And then there's Grand Stakes racing. This type of thoroughbred horse racing is the most popular with people, since it often involves a lot of cash. Handicap race. This type of thoroughbred horse racing is, theoretically, the most even of all races. This is because all of the horses participating in such an event have been appropriately handicapped according to their performance in other races. Although thoroughbred horse racing gains popularity because of the cash, there are those people who see it as a test of spirit. There are horses which have the potential to be the best. However, if that horse did not have the will to win, then the potential would forever be useless. Thoroughbred horse racing is not just a game, it's a reflection of your life. So, pay attention, win some races. Good luck.